All right. Welcome everybody. It is, oh, you know what? I'll just put that back up there. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to all. It is live stream time because that's what it says on the board. So, as we get started today, here's what we're doing. Today, I am going to be asking for your advice here in my, wow, very messy studio. I've been hard at work, you guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be asking for your advice on horror movies. Okay, so Halloween's coming up. This is a lot of a thing that people do that is a lot of fun. Getting into horror movies at least for a month out of the year. Well, I'm shortening that up to 1 week because I'm a horror movie wuss. So today we're going to be talking about um, where and what to stream for the next week as we get wrapped up for Halloween. Halloween, I think, is a week from Sunday. Today's Friday, so we got a few days. So I'm going to be asking you for your advice on classic horror movies and contemporary horror movies. If we were to watch one of each every day, what should they be? Okay, so we're going to get to that in just a moment. I will remind everybody to go check out the weekly giveaways. Speaking of horror movies, this week we are going to be giving away a 1 year subscription to Shudder. So if you enjoy the horror genre, even a little bit, even if you just enjoy it a little bit, a Shudder subscription is really, really fun. It's one of the niche subscription services that I really like. So I highly encourage you to go check that out. Reviews.org/giveaways. We did get a winner from last week. So let's see. Our winner last week was the 1 year Netflix subscription. I think it's a 1 year gift card, so you're probably already signed up for Netflix. But the winner for that one was Austin Paulillo. That's a nice Italian name, Austin Paulillo. So Austin, if you're watching, congratulations. If you're not, don't worry. I hope you will later, and I'll announce this one more time before we leave today. But we'll be emailing you, Austin, about that one. So congratulations. Glad that you got that one. Okay, so now that we've got some of the housekeeping stuff out of the way. If you're watching this not live, then strap in, buckle up. We've got like an hour of hanging out talking about horror movies together. So, and if you are watching this live, I say that because I know people come in, they see the title to the video and they come in and they're like, oh my gosh, what is this 1 hour video? And then they leave. So buckle up. If you are watching this live, then you're here for some chit chat, some Q&A, some horror movie stuff. We're going to be having a lot of fun with it. So now, with that being said, let me check over into the chat real quick, see what you guys are saying. Oh, first of all, hello. What's up, Greg? Oh, boy. There's nothing more offensive that you can say to a Greg or a Craig to mix those up, which is, of course, not true. But here's the thing is I actually remember to get it today. So you can get your Reviews.org mug, and you'll never forget my name because on the back of it says Craig is always right, which is true. If you think about it, it's true. Anyway, what's up, Matt? Nice to see you. Sylvia, hello. Christian, William Mack, welcome back. Hey, that was nice. David's coming out swinging with the Saw series. Okay, well, we'll get there. Okay, we're gonna get there in just a bit. Hello, Frayden. Shudder. Yeah. So here it is. David asks, "How much is Shudder?" I'm trying to remember. I think it was either $5 or $7 a month. In fact, let's go look it up right now. Oops. Shudder pricing. Let's see. What are they? Yeah, $6 a month. Oh, I guessed right around it. So $5.99 a month, or you can save money with the $57 per year annual plan. So yeah, that's the price on that. Oh, Christian already had you covered on there. So all right. Let's see. So yeah, DJ Hendrix. Not much on horror movies myself. I'm kind of with you, DJ. I do enjoy a good horror movie every now and then. But sometimes it gets to be just too much. I'm like, I did not, I'm watching a show to relax, not to, feel like my blood vessels are about to burst in my neck from all the stress. Oh man. So I'll answer a few questions that you guys have as we go. Like this one, Matt asks, kind of off topic. So we'll go ahead and answer this one first, and then we'll get into our horror movie list. Do I still use predominantly the Google Chromecast with Google TV as my primary streaming device? No, actually. I've been bouncing around a lot, but the thing is, like right behind me, yeah, right behind this shoulder, this camera is kind of blocking him because I was doing some photography with him. But I've got a little station set up with premium boxes. So I've got the Fire TV Cube, the Roku Ultra, the NVIDIA Shield Pro, and the Apple TV 4K. And so those four are all set up back there. And I've been doing a bunch of, we call it testing, but basically just use them for a while, right? And so if you use something for a week, you use it for a month and try to use it reliably, that's when you, or consistently, that's when you start kind of poking holes and, seeing where the shortcomings are. It takes more than 10 minutes of fiddling around with the device to really get to know it. And so I've been using those devices most often right now, for the last few weeks. So let's see, what have I? Fire TV Cube, actually, I've been using most often, I'd say, out of those four. It's the one I kind of gravitate toward. So yeah, take that for what it's worth. It's not because the other devices aren't good. It's just that part of it is I have had active Fire TV devices before, and so it was really easy to port over my settings and my apps and all that stuff. And so that's probably why I gravitated toward the Fire TV Cube. I'm not a resident of the Apple ecosystem, which makes using an Apple TV box cumbersome. It's once you get it up and running, it's great. It's a great device. It's very fast. It's very slick. The interface is great. There's a lot of things that I love about it. But getting set up, getting logged in, using your Apple ID, if you don't have an iPhone in your pocket and an iPad in your hand, and your iMac ready to go to do passwords and stuff, like it gets onerous to log into any Apple device. And the Apple TV 4K is no different. So I might use that one more often, but it really, really annoys me. So, all right. Oh boy. We should take a break right now before I get any further. We should break here and just let you know. Okay, here we go. Here's a CNBC article about it. So I'm going to pull this up for. Oh goodness, I hate the ads. The ads. So many ads. Okay, let me pull this up for you here. YouTube is about to pull its apps from Roku, and the fight is going all the way to Congress. Oh boy! So it's if you haven't heard, this is the nightmare scenario for Roku and for Roku users, especially like myself. I've loved Roku for years. I'm not stopping yet. But the short of it is, if you remember way back, and I want to say May, there was a big carriage dispute between Roku and Google as far as YouTube TV. And they pulled the YouTube TV app from any new devices. You couldn't download it. If you still had it, it would still work, but you couldn't, no new downloads of the YouTube TV app. And I'm on record many times as saying they will figure this out by December because that's when their carriage agreement for the actual YouTube app comes into play. And so I can't think how a streaming box would survive without the YouTube app, at least, in the long term. So I'm on record as saying they'll figure it out by December because that's when that's all going to happen. Well, some fireworks happened this week with YouTube and Roku kind of firing shots at each other, which I'll get to that, I guess, in just a second. But I still think my prediction holds, and never ever forget, Craig is always right. Ooh, I better be careful. There's actually some chamomile in there for my throat. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, no, I still hold with my prediction that they will work it out by December, because Roku cannot afford to lose all of the YouTube stuff. So anyway, I guess we'll see how it goes. I bring this up partly because David here says now that I've got a Roku stream bar, I'll have to consider it. I'm sorry you just bought a Roku stream bar. I hope it works out. I hope Roku and Google work things out, because if you can't use your Roku stream bar to watch me on your TV, then what good is it? Right? Right. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to make sure you guys are aware of that, but we can leave that behind. Let's talk horror movies. Shall we talk horror movies? I know that's what a few of you are here for. So Vicky says, "Thanks for being here." You're welcome. Thank you for being here. You are more valuable than I am on this stream. I can promise you that. Okay, so Vicky says, "My horror movie taste is changing a bit. Don't like the very gory stuff, but suspense and scary is good." Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I just finished Squid Game last night. Speaking of gore, boy, Squid Game was an experience, wasn't it? So, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to the top here. We will. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up our list here. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. Horror streaming in 2021. I want to know about 7 classics and 7 contemporaries. Now, what's the difference? The fuzzy dividing line, I'd say, is the year 2000. Okay, so yeah, it could go. Like I said, it's a fuzzy line. It's a wide line, whatever you want to say it. But anything made in the 21st century, we'll consider that contemporary. Anything made before that, we'll consider that classic. So I want to hear what you guys suggest for me. So I'm going all the way back up to the top here, and you know what I'm going to do? Actually, let's go ahead and use. Yeah, we'll just use this one. Okay, so we're going to create a little text box here, and we'll use this. Oh, you know what? No, we'll do it a different way. We'll take this box. Okay, this is good streaming, people. Okay, we're live creating a list here, and I'm just going to write down all of your suggestions. Okay, so the Saw series, we're going to take that as a whole thing. Okay, so we've got Saw. What else? What else do you guys say? So that was from David. Matt says Halloween, 1978. Okay. Okay, Halloween 1978. That's a good one. All right, what else you guys got? Here, you know what? I'm just gonna write a bunch of these. Oh, come on. Okay, so we've got somebody said Candyman. Which one? Because I know there's one from back in the 80s, and then there's the brand new one. Texas Chainsaw. I can spell. Massacre. Okay, good. Here, we'll extend that a little bit. Okay, what else you got? Candyman, Nightmare on Elm Street. That one, I was just about to turn that on the other night, and then decided not to. Okay, good. Let's make another one of these. What else you guys got? Okay. Sorry, I know I missed a couple up top. So if I missed yours, then let me know. Babadook. That's a good one from who said Babadook? Matt. Okay. Okay. There's Halloween Kills. Let's talk about contemporary. So this gets tough though because we've got the Halloween. Is that part of the Halloween series? Because like I know it gets fuzzy, especially when you've made like 18 of them. It gets a little fuzzy. So The Ring. So I'll just put The Ring. So somebody said The Ring series. Let's see. Friday the 13th. That's a good one. Oh, I know how to spell and type. Okay. Let's see. The Fly and The Thing. The Thing is great. In fact, it's on this other podcast that I run where we talk about fantasy and sci-fi books. We did the short story that's based on, and that was messed up. Holy smokes. Okay. Thing, the fly. Okay, that's as much room as we've got there. So let's put one of these over here. All right, what else you guys got for me? Hide and seek, the ring, the Babadook, and let's see. Let's put hide and seek. I don't know that one. I'm not familiar with it. Okay. I think paranormal activity. That's like a new classic, right? I know it gets endlessly parodied, and rightfully so because it is like weird and ridiculous. Um, but I'll be darned if it isn't really, really scary. So, the hills have eyes. Okay, I have this little editor part of my brain that makes me do the capitalization correctly, or at least as correctly as I can on the fly. All right, hostile. Another one I have. Ooh, Child's Play. Invisible Man. Oh, the let's see. See Andre the Giant. That's fantastic. Invisible Man. That's the one with oh, Elizabeth something, right? Oh shoot, what's her name? Well, anyway, I heard really good things. Okay. My grown daughter got upset because I let my granddaughter watch The Hills Have Eyes. How old's your granddaughter? Because I might be upset with you if she's like 5. If she's 14 or 18, all right, all right. What's the one where the bees attacked and kill? I don't know. Let's see. Matt said Dreamcatcher. I don't know that one. Is that 2 words? Dreamcatcher. Okay. All right. Final Destination. Oh man. Oh, you're my density. All right. Final Destination. All right. We got a decent list going on here. She was 8. Vicky, she was 8, and you let her watch The Hills Have Eyes. That's that's uh that's a formative experience. Let's just put it that way. That's hilarious. Um oh, Get Out. Yeah, I should probably did anybody say Get Out yet? Let's put that one on there. I know it's a little bit different. Wrong Turn is Wrong Turn a movie? I don't know. I haven't heard of that one. Um Killer Ants. So okay, all right. So I think we've got some good options here. Okay, so if we use this and go back to our list here, okay, so let's try to sort this into classics and contemporaries. And once we've got them sorted, then we'll get them ranked. Okay, so I've, you know what? I've never seen Saw, um, but let's see. The first one looks like came out in 2004. So I'm just gonna take Saw, just the first movie, and put that in the contemporaries. Okay, good. What else we got? Let's move through some of these classics really fast. All right, so we've got Halloween. We've got yeah, and I'm still not clear on the Candyman, which one we're going with. Um, it Saw as gruesome. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. That's all I've heard about it. That and Hostel, super gruesome stuff. Um, yeah, I never saw it. I kind of feel like I should see it just for the educational value, just so I understand what it is, but I haven't been able to bring myself to do it. But it does have oh gosh. Oh gosh. Uh what's his name? Carrie Elwes. It's got Carrie Elwes in it. I love Carrie Elwes. So okay. Where oh yeah, I got mixed up. Okay, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's yeah. You know what we're gonna do because that's no, that's okay. Okay. Nightmare on Elm Street would be a good one. That down. Um, Hostel, I think, would go in the contemporaries category. Okay. All right. Child's Play, definitely a classic. And we'll Again, we're going to rank these in just a bit. Okay, Babadook, that's a contemporary. Oops, there we go. What else we got? Halloween Kills. That's almost too new. We'll wait and see where that one fits in. The Ring would be contemporary, right? Wasn't that around 2002 or so? The Ring, 2002. Holy Nikes! I got it, you guys. 2002. Let's just type it in. The Ring. Okay, good, good. Paranormal Activity has got to go on the list. Have any of you? Am I alone in this? I mean, it seems like everybody saw Paranormal Activity, but maybe I'm wrong. Not a lot of chatter in your chat about it. Oh, Midsummer. That's a fantastic suggestion. Along with, shoot, now I got to look it up. Midsummer. Who was it that directed that? Ari Aster. That's right. Now I'm looking up Ari Aster. Hereditary. That's the one I was trying to think of. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Oh, any horror Christmas movies? That's what's what's the one about the anti-Santa? Oh shoot. What's it called? You gotta help me out here. What's the one? Oh, Krampus. Krampus. Yeah. we should at least add that to this list. Krampus, because again, that's one that I haven't seen, and this is good. I want ones that I haven't seen, because you know I am looking to see some new stuff as well. So yeah, I haven't seen Krampus. This could get bumped. Okay, don't panic. We filled up our list of 7, but these all could get bumped. What about The Shining? The Shinin? For all you Simpsons fans out there. Gremlins is a classic horror Christmas movie. Yeah, that was fantastic. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Which always, I'm sorry, can we get a little bit crass here for just a moment? It always sounded like farting to me because I've heard of this. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Just like, well, sounds like farts. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so afraid to ask, am I the only one who finds some of these movies more funny than scary? Why did you walk in there? How did you not see that coming? Some of the killers like Freddy are hilarious too. So yeah, I mean sometimes. Oh boy, I missed Christine. What did I miss? What did I miss? Christine, did I miss? Is that a movie, or is there somebody in the chat named Christine? I don't know to what that refers. The Shining. What was the other one I was kind of looking? Oh gosh, why is this? Okay, there we go. Ooh, Twilight Zone the movie. That wouldn't be a bad one. Gremlins. Okay. The Exorcist. Yeah, got to put The Exorcist on there. Okay, good. So the purpose of all this is to now if I can I play this? There we go. There. Now it'll take up the whole screen. The purpose of all this is to give me and also give you something to watch this week, right? So, so yeah, we want to have plenty to do this coming holiday week and weekend. So here, let's take that off so it's not cluttering up too much. Anyway, yeah, the purpose of all this is to give me something to watch this week. So, of these, what have I seen? I saw Child's Play a long time ago. I saw Child's Play like kind of when I was a kid. It messed me up something fierce because I was like 9. You know, this is like who was it showing their 8-year-old The Hills Have Eyes? Similar vibe. Well, yeah. Child's Play is luckily a little more ridiculous, which is nice. I've seen The Shining and I've seen The Exorcist, but I haven't seen any of the others on the classics list. Those first 3, first 4, first 5, the first 5 are all slashers, right? Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Elm Street, Child's Play, Friday the 13th, all slashers, if I am remembering correctly. So if we have other suggestions for movies that should go on the classics list that are not slashers, let me know, because I think we should probably put in a couple others. Um, oh my gosh, Killer Car, Christine. Um, I haven't seen that one, but I did see, like, on cable when I was a kid back in the day, Maximum Overdrive, which was, I think it's a Stephen King adaptation. It is, it's a thing that happened in 1986. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Tubi sent me an email on horror movies a couple days ago. Their app has improved so much; it's amazing. Yeah, I'm constantly being impressed by the big free providers, the Tubis, Crackles, Plutos, and how slick their offerings are. It's really nice to see. What did I see? Oh shoot, it was a couple days ago. Oh well, it doesn't matter. My brain is letting go of it. Um, let's see what came out when you were 8. Maximum Overdrive. Um, uh, Maximum Overdrive. So that was the year I was born. So yeah, I would have seen it around 95, 96, something like that. Oh my gosh, Pet Cemetery. Oh boy, the new one or the old one? Because I've heard they'll both mess you up. Pet Cemetery. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we do. Maybe we replace some of these other ones. So we've got Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Texas Chainsaw. Let's replace Child's Play with Pet Cemetery. Um, yeah, yeah, I like that one. Ooh, Poltergeist and The Omen. Oh man. Okay, I will choose one of those. Oh boy. Hmm, I think I have seen most of Poltergeist, and that one gets. I don't think that one has aged as well as some of the others on the classics list. I could be wrong, but I doubt it has aged as well as The Omen has. But the thing is, people still kind of talk about Poltergeist, and nobody talks about The Omen anymore, except for the name Damien. And so it's hard to say like which one is more classic. Because I think The Omen is the better movie, but Poltergeist maybe it's certainly the more recognizable one. Um, all right, American Werewolf in London. Oh, there's another Poltergeist. Ooh, Dawn of the Dead. Oh, fantastic. Although this is one of those rare occurrences where I think, and I do mean rare, I think the remake was better than the original. The original is great, but I thought was it 2004 Dawn of the Dead? I thought that one was better. Call me crazy, but I think what that should probably go over here on the other list. Saw, Hostel. You know what? Saw and Hostel are so similar that I think we can get rid of Hostel here and do Dawn of the Dead. So, oh, Dawn of the Dean? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is a great looking list here. Oh my gosh. 28 weeks later and 28 days later. Oh man. There are some amazing horror movies out there. Okay. I just watched 28 Weeks Later like a month ago, maybe. It's just fantastic. Both of them are really good. 28, but yeah, so 28 weeks or 28 days later. I think 28 weeks later is the better and more marketable movie for mass audiences. But in terms of horror purity, probably 28 days later is the better pick. And we should go with the first movie anyway. And then if you like it, you watch the next one. So which one do we take off here? Probably The Ring. Which was it was formative in the new crop of horror movies that came out in the aughts, right? It was a very formative movie. Um, but I'm not sure it would hold up quite the same now. And I like the idea of putting 28 days later on there. But now the question is, was that after the year 2000? 28 Days Later, 2002. Okay, good. With the wildly underrated Christopher Eccleston, who was the first Doctor in the modern Doctor Who incarnation, and a lot of people didn't like him, but he's my favorite. He's my favorite of the new Doctor Who's. Um, all right, so yeah, let's. How are we looking? Blair. Oh, Blair Witch Project. Oh gosh, that's the thing is this list could get to 20 or 30 movies long each. Blair Witch, that was back in the 90s, so that would be in the classics. Could it replace anything on here? We've still got a few slashers that we could get rid of. Um, I'd probably get rid of Friday the 13th. I don't know. What do you guys think? And also, hello, Arcelia. It's nice to see you. Scream is more. Scream has a little too much winking going on, in my mind, to be considered like a classic. It winks at the audience too much, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't quite take itself seriously enough. If that, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Outbreak would be an interesting one. Blair, you know what? Yeah, I want to replace Friday the 13th with Blair Witch. Yeah, I feel good about that. Let me double check. Blair Witch Project. It was 1999. Okay, so yeah, I think it does fall on the other side of our classics here. Okay, so how are we feeling about this list now? What I want to hear now in the chat is no Blair Witch. Says Sylvia. Hey, my question is, have you seen Blair Witch? Because it really does hold up. I think it's really fantastic. The whole theater of the mind thing with Blair Witch, like it got parodied to death because it's super parodyable, but so are so many of these. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, The Exorcist, like these movies are basically memes now. And so I'm trying not to let that sway me too much. So I know that Blair Witch is kind of a meme at this point, but I went back and watched it. I want to say it was a year or two ago. Um, and I was like, yeah, I wonder if this holds up now, 20 odd years later. And it does. It's a really, really well done movie that they made for, what, $10,000 or something. It was some dirt cheap number. Okay, not that low, but it was a crazy cheap movie to make. And they did a heck of a job. Have you heard that saying about uh, what is it? Restriction breeds creativity. Whatever. You get the concept. Or this idea of you have no budget, nobody knows who these actors are. You also have no equipment. You barely have a license to film in whatever it was, Michigan or something. So it's like, what can you do? And they really put something together. Plus, outside, if we want to get meta for a second, the Blair Witch Project deserves to be on this list. I keep pointing to my monitor over here, but it actually shows up right here. Blair Witch deserves to be on this list, if only because it was the formative movie in terms of internet marketing. Nobody had ever done anything like what they did with Blair Witch, and I won't get into the whole thing here, but yeah, I think it does deserve to be on there. Jeepers Creepers. It makes me sick. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if yeah, I'm sorry, but what was it? 28 Days Later made me a little sick. Paranormal Activity made me sick. Midsummer made me sick. Like, that's kind of the point of a lot of these. They make you sick. I know what you mean, though. I got you. Yeah. This is kind of how I feel as well. Yeah. In fact, that's pretty good. We've got Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch over here, and yeah, I think you're right. They do serve, and they kind of serve the same purpose as far as like being memes for that generation. But that doesn't stop them from being worthwhile movies. Any movie by M. Night Shyamalan. Wow. Okay, that's coming out with the hot takes. I am in the minority in that I thought I actually continue to enjoy. Not sure if I should say this out loud. Who's watching? But I continue to enjoy The Village. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I know there were a couple of misfires in it, but I thought it was a pretty effective movie. Um, Signs, I think, Signs is an absolute classic. That is a great movie. Yeah. Anyway, Conjuring, The Mist, man, you guys. Okay, so you've got more to put on the list, but we're not putting anything more on the list. What I'm curious about is what from this list will you go and watch in the next week that you haven't seen? If you've seen all these, great. You're a horror movie junkie, I suppose. But yeah, what from this list will you now go watch? I'm curious. So let me know in the chat. I'll tell you what I'm going to watch. Well, tomorrow I'm watching Dune, which doesn't count. So Dune tomorrow, and then I think after that, I think I will watch. I haven't seen Babadook. So I'll watch the Babadook, and I'll watch. No, I'll watch. I'll watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so I'll watch at least those two in the next week, but possibly more than that. Like I said, I haven't seen. Where is it? Okay, I haven't seen Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Nightmare on Elm Street, Pet Cemetery. I haven't seen those. I've seen the other three on that list, and then on the other list, I've seen Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days, Paranormal Activity, Midsummer, and I haven't seen Krampus. So, hang on. What does that give me? That gives me four movies on the left side, and then I need to see Saw, Babadook, and Krampus. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is perfect. That's 7 movies that I can see in the next week. I will give that a shot. I'll see how many of those I can get through. I'll do at least 2 or 3 of them, maybe more. Let's see. Oh, we forgot It. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a good point. I couldn't make it through It, the new one that came out a few years ago. I couldn't make it through partly because it's scary. That doesn't bother me so much, but it was kind of boring in most parts, and I wasn't like it wasn't entertaining me in the parts where there wasn't like horrifying things going on. So first time I saw Texas Chainsaw, it stressed me out. Yeah, well, that's kind of the point of these, isn't it? They all stress you out. Oh, that's amazing. You've seen 28 weeks, but not 28 days. You should. 28 Days Later is a remarkable movie. It's a bit like if you like Tarantino movies, then Pulp Fiction is obviously the superior movie, but that doesn't take away from how good Reservoir Dogs is, like his first movie. It's still a remarkably good movie, and I kind of feel that way about 28 Weeks versus 28 Days, where it's like, yeah, 28 Weeks is probably the more watchable, but that doesn't mean 28 Days Later isn't also an amazing movie. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Let's see. Okay, now some of these, are you watching the first films in the franchise or the whole series of each title? Oh no, heavens no, because like all the Halloween, Friday the 13th, I know they got to 13, and I think they went beyond, right? So there's at least 13 movies in that franchise. The Halloween franchise has got at least that many in it. No, I am not going to be watching a whole franchise. Yeah, this is The Omen is more classic than Pet Cemetery. It might be, maybe. Yeah, I kind of feel weird having Pet Cemetery on there. Yeah, okay, all right. You convinced me. Let's do it. Let's replace Pet Cemetery with The Omen, because I was debating between The Omen and Poltergeist earlier, and I mean I gave my reasons, but yeah, I think I feel good about that, and it's also one that I haven't seen, at least not all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces, but all right, so good. I think we're looking good here. What's all Stephen King adaptations? Okay. Huh. You know, I haven't seen every Paranormal Activity movie, but I saw like the first 3 or so, and you'd think, the formula is gonna get tired after a while, and I guess it kinda did, but it's still scary. They're still good. Quiet Place. Oh, this is interesting. I would definitely put A Quiet Place 1 in contention. I won't put it on the list here, but I would definitely put it in contention, because it's really fantastically well done. Um, but number 2, I would not. Yeah, I just wouldn't. I liked it fine, but it was a bit storytelling wise, I felt like it was a bit lazy, like it was kind of just a retread of the first one, this time with more walking, I guess. You know, like, it just didn't quite do it for me. Um make you feel for the characters getting killed. The new style is like every villain has to be uh sympathetic in some way now, right? So you can't have just like pure evil. And so that's like the new style is, well, you got to understand, why is the Texas Chainsaw Killer Texas chainsawing people? Why? Let's like, get to root causes. Like that would be the movie now, right? Well, maybe not, but you know what I mean. Hereditary is better than Midsummer. It's an arguable point. I am not going to say that you're wrong, but if you had written this the other way around, Midsummer is better than Hereditary, I wouldn't argue with that either. I think they're both fantastic. And I like the idea of Midsummer on this list because everything else, let's see, if I look through the list, saw Dawn of the Dead, yeah, everything is like super dark and nighttimey and like kind of more horror-ish, whereas Midsummer is bright and cheerful and in its aesthetic, and therefore scarier in a way. So yeah, I feel good leaving Midsummer on there. Ooh, Psycho. Does Psycho count as a scary movie? Absolutely, it does. It's more of a psychological thing, I think. Where Silence of the Lambs maybe could go on here, but that's like it's a different kind of horror movie, right? So let's see. I've only watched The Shining and The Exorcist, says Leo. Saw 28 Days, Paranormal Activity, and Midsummer. I'd watch all of them again, except Exorcist. Messed me up as a kid. I didn't watch The Exorcist until I was in my 30s, um, and so by then I was okay. But I did see some like there's a parody of it. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So this is thank you for bringing this up. Haunt is an excellent movie on Shudder. Hell House LLC is great too. So this would be a good chance for me to remind people to go to, there it is, reviews.org/giveaways. This week, you might have missed it earlier in the broadcast. We are doing a giveaway for a 1-year subscription to Shudder. So type in your browser, type in reviews.org/giveaways, and it's super easy to enter. And there, I don't know, there's no catch. This is just us kind of like thanking people for tuning into the live streams, for supporting the channel, for going to reviews.org. We appreciate you doing that, and being here. And so we do these giveaways generally one a week. And so, yeah, go to that URL, reviews.org/giveaways, and enter to win a 1-year subscription to Shudder. So, while I'm on the topic, last week's winner, just in case that person is here now, is Austin Paulillo. Austin Paulillo, who won a 1-year subscription to Netflix. So, anyway, so yeah, that's this week is Shudder, and I hope you all take advantage of that. So, oh, Evil Dead. What's more classic, Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2? There's your question. Oh man, Misery, so good, Scooby Doo. um, William Mac, I'm not going to date you. I don't date my viewers. Okay, sorry. Let's see. I love the original Shining, but that's really a movie that for some reason scares me. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I've got a. So you drove past that hotel a few years ago. I've got a buddy that lives in Colorado, and we've been talking about driving up there. Um, that one's really just like Jack Nicholson being insanely scary for half a movie, at least half the movie. He's kind of scary at the beginning, but then really turns it up to 11. Oh boy, Us. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. Some of those ones like Us and Get Out. Let's see. I'm trying to look at my list here. Let's bring the list back up. Here, we'll make it small. Yeah. With the, I think Midsummer is probably the newest one on this list. But with the exception of that one, all of these have at least had a few years to kind of prove themselves and to marinate in the cultural stew for a while. And I feel like we haven't quite gotten that with the Jordan Peele stuff. I could be wrong. I guess Get Out, was that 3 years ago? Longer? How old am I? What is time? Is it a flat circle? What is truth? Who am I? Where am I? Oh boy. How do we enter the Shutter contest? Very, very simple. Go to reviews.org/giveaways. Here, you know what? I'm going to go there right now and get you a link. Reviews.org/giveaways. And I'll put a link right here. 2016. Get Out was 2016. You Get Out. Holy smokes. How old am I? Man. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. So go to reviews.org/giveaways. And that link is now in the chat. There's also a link in the description, so you can go down to the description and click on it there. Yeah, it's really simple. You just enter your name, enter your email address. Oh, sorry. You even you can uncheck the box if you want to. The box that says that you'll get email updates, basically just telling you what new videos and stuff that we did this week, but you can uncheck that box, so you're not going to get a bunch of spam or, and you wouldn't anyway, even if you left it checked. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to sell your info or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, you just go in there, fill out the info, and you're entered. There's really there's nothing more to it than that. Pretty simple. Okay. How's my shoulder? Oh my gosh, you guys, did I not tell you? Oh, was that today's Friday? Man, weeks are short, years are short, days are long. I'll update you on that in just a second. I want to make sure I didn't miss. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this real quick. Laundry Day says, is Aliens and Alien considered to be sci-fi? I would definitely put that in the sci-fi horror category. And that would be a great one to replace a slasher flick. Maybe like maybe Nightmare on Elm Street would be bumped for Alien. Yeah, I would feel pretty good about that. Alien, yeah, like Aliens, I would say Aliens, again, maybe the better movie, the more watchable movie. But the original Alien is, for horror fans, it's just pitch perfect. The original Alien is amazing. So yeah, yeah, I would feel absolutely great about somebody replacing Nightmare on Elm Street on their list with Alien. All right, so let's see. Yeah, how's my shoulder? You guys, the craziest thing happened to me. For those of you who have a lot of training in either medicine or Latin or both, calcific tendinitis. So tendinitis being the inflammation of my what do they call it? The tendon that connects your bicep to your shoulder. So is it the rotator cuff? I can't remember. Whatever. It still twinges a little bit, but basically calcific tendinitis. Yeah, I had this big rock apparently forming in my tendon. So this calcified deposit, which I didn't notice, and it didn't hurt. No, no big deal, whatever. And then it, like, the body naturally dissolves it and gets rid of it after a while. And that process apparently creates a chemical reaction that that is pain. So your shoulder gets inflamed. I was looking it up. Apparently, it's the most painful thing that can happen to a shoulder. naturally, yeah. So we're not talking about like gunshot wounds or getting in a fight with a grizzly or something. But like, so that's the most painful thing that can happen to your shoulder. And I was right in the middle of it last week. So I should go back and watch my live stream, see if I can see any like stealth tears that were leaking out or something, because I was in a ton of pain, but much better now. So thank you for asking. Um, yeah, it was like 4 days. I was laid up on the couch, kind of just like watching TV and crying because it hurt so bad. Is Black Swan horror? That's more of a psychological thriller, I would say. I probably wouldn't consider it horror. Um, I liked it when I saw it in the theater, though. My wife and I went and saw it when it came out. And that was good. The Predator, absolute classic. A very nearly perfect movie. Would it be horror? Yeah, I could see it being classified as horror. It seems more. It fits more as like like you could call it an action horror, but the emphasis would definitely be on the action over the horror, in my opinion. But yeah, almost perfect. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. And you know what? I appreciate it. I've got a really good list now. So this week I'm gonna be watching some or all of the following: Halloween, Texas Chainsaw, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Omen, Saw, Babadook, and Krampus. So that's 7. That'll give me, let's see. So we've got 9 days and 7 movies. So let's see. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week or so. Trying to get my horror on. So let's go ahead and start wrapping this up. Is American Psycho contemporary? It would be contemporary, I would think, but not horror. I don't know. Maybe it would be horror. I did see that one, but what? It's I don't think it's as good, or it's not nearly as good or as clever as it thinks it is, if that makes sense. Horror movies today aren't as good. Oh my gosh, The Strangers. That one messed me up. Oh yeah, that was my wife and I watched that together. She's not a horror movie person at all. I'm not a connoisseur by any stretch, but I'm much more of a horror movie buff than she is. But she came home one day. She's like, I've heard a lot of great things about The Strangers. So we popped it on, and it was like she locked herself in her room for like a week. Like, that one got messed up. Oh boy. Yeah, so that one is really fantastic. Anyway, you guys could get me talking about horror stuff for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Don't forget to go enter the giveaways. Thank you so much for watching. I think we scared away, literally and figuratively. We scared away a lot. We had a lot fewer people in today's live stream. I think probably because we were talking about horror movies, and that's a pretty niche topic, right? Let's be honest. So let's see. Where's Carrie? Yeah, got to get to The Strangers. Yeah, it's that really is a fantastic movie. So Strangers 2 is coming. There's oh wait. Oh yeah, The Strangers Prey at Night 2018. But there's a new one coming out. Yeah, I was pretty sure. I thought I saw something about that. Paw Patrol scary. Anyway, so yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. I know it was a super niche one, so I appreciate you hanging in there and giving me some good movies to watch. I hope it gave you some ideas for what to watch. Yeah, I guess I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Get your costumes ready. And